Welcome back to the verdant hillside just outside the city of Nava, in Eastshade. It's been too long, by which I mean it's been about, I don't know, 14 hours? Is that too long? Probably. Double check my audio here, one moment. One mo. I think it's okay. I think it's fine. Unless my ears deceive me. Alright, where were we? Where did we leave off in our painterly adventure here? It is roughly 2 a.m. I should probably get some sleepy rests. We still have 2 out of the 4 main mission paintings. I'm not sure what to do about the abandoned tower. A mysterious someone has been living in the abandoned tower. We spoke with Ingov, and he said, "The person does not wish to be disturbed, and you should respect that." And in a big way, I understand what he means, but in another big way, I would love to get this quest out of my quest list. My quest list. So we'll see. Again, same story with unsuitable parent. Love to get it out of my quest list, but all he ever did was put a jar on his head and then get a little bit angry at me when I questioned him about it, so it's not as if I have proof he's an unsuitable parent, and it all seems a little unnecessary. The Architect of Lindo, we have not come across him yet. I'm hoping we do. A man on the beach was looking for his lost amulet in the water. It seems really valuable to him. Interestingly, the mission name for this is an exclusive club, which makes me think it's related to that whole Roots/Shez tea-drinking cult issue. So I don't know if perhaps this man on the beach is who has the password to get into that secret Roots cellar. You can honestly feel that quest background on so many levels. The wanting to be left alone in an abandoned tower. Is that the quest? Yeah. So we might want to put a priority on that, because I think it would unlock a couple of other things, a couple of other quests, if we can get that club password. Yes, that is the one. I can totally relate to the abandoned tower and the wishing to be left alone from nosy do-gooders with their quest list. It is so nice to see you, by the by. Welcome, welcome. Chorus of the Night. Drumming within the Blushwood Forest. We have not heard that yet. Again, maybe I wasn't deep enough into the night when we last passed through. It's 2 a.m. now. Maybe we should race back that way. A wanted poster. A wanted broster. Sure. A group called the Shez are looking for any information on another group called the Roots. So I think that's one of the ones that will domino out from... What's his name? I completely forget the beach man's name. Son of a beach. If I can get Osha the password to enter the Roots, he'll give me a sealant. Again, domino effect. We have many that are tied into that. Zara will get me a pass if I help her uncover the truth. For that one, we need 2 more hot springs. We've got the one on the mountaintop. We got the one on the beach near Nava. We have not found the other 2 yet. But that's the same one. Good, good. A bitter fish. Asen has a personal vendetta against old Pops. So yes, we have to find a mighty fish. And then we also need to buy that book from the Nava book merchant about types of fish and which bait to use in order to know. Pardon. What does a sandfish like to nosh on? Otherwise, I think these are all complete. So, that is our catch-up. While it is still nighttime, let us race back to the Blushwood. See if we can't hear some drums in the deep. We do have someone to sell those scragweed I just picked up. 2 now, and that's probably one of our most lucrative/easy money-making opportunities. So I should continue to collect all the scragweed I can find, and we'll take another zip line to the treehouse when the time is right. How many do I have now? 6. So I probably want to keep some. They might be a necessary crafting item for things later, boats and such. I'm not sure. But if I can get like another 15, we could sell more, which would be great. So, heading into the Blushwood. Can we hear any drums? Can we pick up any sticks? Yes. Eggs. Thank you. Sticks. So many goodies. So many little goodies in the Blushwood at night. So I have not heard any drums to give us an indication of... Spoke too soon. I hear the drums. From which direction are they coming? Getting louder. That looks like the party. Hey guys, do you mind if I sneak in? Just interested in hearing the music. I'm sorry. Oh, they're raccoons. How cute. I didn't mean to interrupt the party. No, practice fire safety. Did you run into a secret tree? Without putting out your fire first, and you've left one of your drums behind. It's an interesting sort of secret door, which appears to lead nowhere, but perhaps is a double bluff. Okay. I can't interact with it. I can't interact with the drum, and I can't kick dirt into the fire. Well, I was jamming to that. Please come back. Please come back and let me give you shiny items. Alright, let's see what it says. I came upon a curious sight. In the Blushwoods. Nice song. Hey there, welcome, welcome. So nice to see you on a Sunday morning. A group of drummers in the night. They ran into a tree door. Donk! When they saw me. A tree door? Oh, I'm shocked. I should go tell Rania about this. Okay. Rania is most likely asleep at 4:41 a.m., but perhaps in about 2 hours she will waken. So perfect. That's exactly what we needed. Hopefully we can investigate our adorable new friends. Soonish. Oh, so soonish. Otherwise, I think we're clearing out Blushwood pretty well. We've done many of the quests here. We may be finally getting to the end of it. I still have no idea, however, how to get across the river. I'm imagining that if we had a bloom sack raft, we could perhaps float across here-ish onto the other side in the westerly woods and perhaps the Teefmore Bluffs beyond. So, I guess that means we need to work on the Roots Club password in order to get a sealant from our dear friend, the one glowstone guy. What a charming little world we exist in. Typical garage band rehearsal. Everyone scatter! Alright. I do at some point need to build this tent. I have a crafting schematic for a tent, which I imagine the real purpose of it. Now that we have the coat, we can survive nighttime anytime. It would have been nice to have a tent to save ourselves from being fast-traveled back to the inn when it gets too cold and shivery. But now that we have a coat, we still might want to build the tent in order to change the time. If we can sleep in the tent and pick which time we want to awaken, we could, do nighttime events from anywhere without having to travel from an inn. So I would like to get enough twine for that. At some point. Sheepies? Don't be sheepish now. Come give me a hug. Oh, Rania. Oh, you're awake. Hey, do you not sleep? Too concerned with monitoring the baguettes?
Hi again. It's nice to see a familiar face. We don't get too many visitors out here.
Oh, I'm so old. I'm so old and crusty. I saw the drummers. Sorry, Rania, that had nothing to do with you.
Really? A troll? Let's go see it.
Mm-hmm. Let's do it. Take my hand. Ooh. Sheep are great. Just don't count them while you're driving.
You're sure it was here?
Yes, they were right here, I promise. I mean, sure, I was drinking some psychedelic teas.
Well, they seem to have left no trace. And the door and the tree?
So sorry. I hear a commotion. A bit of commotion, but I'm hoping it's fine. I'm hoping I don't have to notify the Avengers.
You.
I swear.
I've been hearing those drums for too long. Something mysterious is afoot. Whatever they're doing, it's clear they don't wish to be discovered. I think you should ask around in Nava. Maybe there's someone who knows more about these Blushwood night drummers. All this investigating has made me thirsty. I think it's quite time for a Lindawian brew. Let me know if you find out more. Come on by anytime.
Headset. So sorry. Okay, I don't think it's staticking out. Let me know. Every time I think we're safe, it statics out wildly. Do pardon. Let me know if it starts beeping and buzzing. Alright, so we have to ask around in Nava. Maybe someone in Nava knows more. Alright. I can't quite think of anyone off the top of my head who would be the first I'd ask in such a circumstance, but we'll figure it out. Sun's coming up. We could head back down towards the beach. I kind of assumed we needed to have a bloomsack raft in order to find whatever he had lost, because he's standing right in front of this island that we cannot access without said bloomsack raft. And I thought, oh, it's probably out there then, and it's just a progression of needing a boat in order to get it, but we need to get it in order to get the sealant to make the boat. So it must be on this. So sorry. Keeps twinging in my eardrums. I do apologize. Hopefully it's back to normal now. As I was saying, it might be on his side of the beach, if that is the case. So, headed to Nava, then down to the Salt Spring coast. I can't tell at all which direction I'm going. That should be north, so this way. Every time I see Blushwoods, I'm like, I must be facing the wrong way. There are no Blushwoods in Nava. There's just a little tickle on the outskirts. They're clearly preparing a number for a local festival. You go, raccoons! Hell yeah. You're going to do great at the festival. And we all love you and are excited to see you. I suppose I could be riding my bicycle for this. If I can remember how to use my bicycle. Whip out the old penny farthing. What? Tring, tring! This thing is like adorable. And such a novelty. It doesn't necessarily make you go all that much faster. It's not like hugely worth it, but I do love it so. Mostly just for the excuse to shout tring tring every couple of seconds. Head this way. Maybe time for a little saucy off-roading. Doo-doo-doo. Ah, we've hit the river. I shouldn't have saucily off-roaded. We'll go around. Sure, it can go through the river just fine, but I'd hate to wet my penny farthing. Or would I? Victor? How's you? Still digging those trails, huh? You know, I kinda think this one's done. You could move on. But I do like knowing where to find you, so carry on. Ooh. Headed to the Salt Spring coast. Going downhill, and I have No brakes. No brakes on my penny farthing. Them's the brakes. Don't crush the eggs. I kinda want them. Yeah, thank you. It's a bit selfish of me to be stealing all of their bird babies, but I'm greedy like that. Alright. Make sure I pack this bicycle up. Put that in my back pocket. Hello, sir.
Sorry, I don't feel like chatting right now.
So he said he lost it.
Oh, you know about us. I wish I could invite you to join the group and drink some tea. But we have to be really wary of the Shez. They're always trying to destroy our plants. What if you're part of the Shez? And maybe I shouldn't tell you any of this. I'm already in enough trouble since I lost my amulet. If the Shez find it, they could infiltrate our tea room. It would be all my fault.
So does the amulet itself have the password on it?
Sorry, I don't feel like chatting right now.
That's fair enough. Alright. So, if it's on this side, if I do not need a boat in order to find it, you know that Mud Willow lady gave me a tincture. Mud Willow's tincture. It's appropriately called. To find lost things. Is that for this? Or is it for a later mission and I should not waste it under any circumstances? 1 drop a day. Find the items that you seek. Sip up. I'm tempted. I'm sorely tempted. And then if I remember correctly, she said it's like, when you drink it, it will drain you of your spirit, which I'm assuming is my inspiration meter. I don't want to lose too much of that. Water will clear your head of anything weird you drink. So I should use it, find the amulet, drink the water, keep as much inspiration as I can. Okay. Whoop. Aha. Wow, you really didn't look very hard, did you? I found it. Alright, drink the water. And I still have Mudwillow's tincture. So that must be just usable whenever. Which is fantastic. That resolves so many questions I had. So before I give it to him, let's see if I can inspect it in my inventory. Amulet. It's pretty heavy. Does not seem to have any discernible markings upon its drawn icon. Will you tell me the password?
You found my amulet! I thought I lost it for good.
Nope, it was literally 2 feet from you, that way. Seemed important.
This is a key to my organization, the Roots. We're committed to the proper use of dream teas. The proper use being to use them.
Heavily abuse them.
We get our fair share of trouble from the Shez. They think tea should only be used for sacrifice. That's why we have to be so careful.
How does that work exactly? I'm going to sacrifice you with tea! Okay. I read about that on a wanted sign.
Well, yeah, the Shez are always harassing us about it.
First time I've ever felt wanted.
They're upset because we use the holy tea instead of leaving it to get moldy like they do. They have plenty of their own tea to sacrifice, but they want to rescue ours specifically.
I see.
You should hear the crazy plots they come up with to steal from us.
Tea is meant to be enjoyed.
Maybe don't mention any of this to them.
Secret safe with me.
You seem like an honest person, though. If you want to give it a try, come visit us. Our meeting place is kind of hidden away. Not everyone in Nava understands dream teas, you know?
Something in my eye.
The door is on the outer wall of the city, facing toward the sea. Take the underground tunnel starting near the bread stand in Nava. There's a walkway that leads right to the entrance.
I know it well.
Use amulets or a ticket inside. But you just tell the person behind the door that the password is Dreamland, and I'll make sure you get in.
Fantastic.
I'll see you there sometime. Thanks again for finding my amulet.
You know what, Helm? You're welcome. And I think that you're a neat fella. See you later. I'll just stand here on the beach, enjoying the... Never mind, I'm coming with you. I'm crouching. I didn't intend for that. Let's go together, Helm. At least up until the zip trolley tower, and then I'm gonna leave your ass in the dust. Woo! Oh, you're just gonna take a squat? Gently cross your ankles that way? Is it comfortable for you? That doesn't look... Never mind, it's none of my business, really. I'm gonna go... Woo! I'll see you later. Lovely. That should open up like three needed quests. One with the glowstone guy, one with the chaise, one with the club itself. And we've learned a little bit more about the distinction between the two groups, and I think, thus far, I'm probably siding with the Roots. And it's not just because they make such sweet, sweet, tasty licks. Oh god, I'm scared of heights, I forgot. Land gently amongst the pea terrace. What's that smell? Did you just pea terrace? Never mind. So, let's speak with Glowstone Guy. I might actually need to gain entrance to the club before he takes pity on me, but we'll check. Now that we have the password, maybe that's all he needs. And I would so desperately like some sealant, as I'm feeling leaky.
Got some junk to sell.
Do I ever? Check out this trunk. About that sealant.
Would you like to buy some sealant? It'll be 500
Or
glowstones.
will it? Dreamland. Yeah.
No kidding. Well, smack me in the bloom sack and call me a tea kettle.
Maybe
Better
later.
than the glowstones, if you ask me. Much obliged.
Smack me
Here
in
you
the
go.
bloom sack. That's not a popular phrase. All right. Received 5 sealant. Delightful. I think we can officially make the raft now. That's fantastic. Do you have anything for sale?
Did I mention some people call me one glowstone guy? Well, I only ever have one item for sale at a time, and I own 500 sealant. Would you like to buy some sealant? There's only one thing I want that I can't... I want to get into that fancy... Get me that path.
It is a little strange. For a second I thought that he was just part of the group. I had misread. He was part of the group, and he's like, oh, well, if you're one of us, then sure, I'll give you some sealant. But he's not part of the group, and I've just learned the password after he was like, I think I can trust you with our secrets, and then I immediately gave it away to the first bear I found in the market. Oh, well. Oh, well. So, what I was trying to check there, I didn't mean to go back through all that dialogue, was just, can I still buy sealant from him? And has the price reduced? Or is it just like a one-time 5 sealant and now I can never buy it again? Kinda seems to be the case. Oh well. So, let's check the crafting menu. I can officially make the bloom sack raft. I can make at least 5 of them. I'm guessing they're not like destroyed, but they could perhaps float away out of your reach and be lost forever in that way. So I have to be very careful when I'm placing rafts in the water, not to nudge them off into the open sea. And I do need more twine. I can make more of that with roots, so that's fine. But we have enough for now. I'm going to go ahead and craft it. It's slow and can only be helmed in shallow waters, but it fares better than other watercraft upstream. Alright, I don't want to place it. I just want to have it in my inventory. Have I ruined everything? Maybe it just didn't. Yeah, I still have 5 sealant, so because I did not place it, it did not get made. You have to make it in water. Fair enough. Let us go down to the Roots secret cellar. See if we can figure out what's going on down there. Through the sex dungeon. Slip into your latex. Now is the time. I don't know why I'm giving this poor tunnel such a hard and salacious time. Well, not a hard and phrasing. Up this way. P terraces partout. probably a little early to enjoy the bacchanal. But oh well, we're here. Suspicious little alcove. Alright. Caught my eye with your teasing. Knock, knock.
What's the password?
Dreamland.
Come on in, then.
Thank you. It's quite moist. Have you ever considered sponging? Sponging for your guests, perhaps? Never mind. I can't talk to him, can I? Need all the info I can glean from the soft, sweet bear man. But no info here. Lovely digs you've got here. Human waste. Well, I guess, like bear and owl and deer waste? Not so much human. You float in the deer waste and drink your tea. Is that what I'm to understand? Well, I mean, bored the craft, it seems. 1 second. Right, it's pretty deep, apparently. So I will board the craft. Do you mind if I take this one? Thank you. Alright, what do we have here? Received silver dream tea. Blue dream tea. The secret recipes. Tell me more. Here's to a not so restful sleep. I'm gonna be fitful all night long. Silver. Ah, time for an exciting nap. What? These teas make you have naughty dreams?
Welcome, friend. We haven't seen you here before.
I'm new. New.
We're a very old community of people with a passion for exploration of the mind. Our practices have been dying out due to criticism from other religions. The founders of the roots believed that dream teas were given to us by the goddesses as a way to visit the other worlds they've created.
Which other worlds have they created? Also, can I try some? Pour it into my mouth with a funnel. Is that what you believe? I don't want to be confrontational, but is that what you believe? Gently asked. Oh, and what do you believe?
But it's a romantic story nonetheless. Would you like to select a tea?
I took both already. I helped myself to both teas without asking. I feel shame. It's bubbling within me, like a tea might. But
each blend has its own properties with different effects. Please, select a tea and step into a boat to enjoy an exciting dream.
I've selected both teas, and then I step into the boat. Will I be?
We ask that you do not leave with the teas in your possession. This is the best place to use them. Sleep well.
That is fair. Tell me about this rival group.
The Shez insist that the dream teas should be sacrificed to TM, their goddess. They grow the teas, care for them, then leave the plants to waste. That's fine for them, but now they want to confiscate all of our tea too.
Your tea too? That doesn't sound appropriate. I mean, if you want to leave your teas to waste, that's fine, but don't force your views on others. Thank you for the explanation.
Farewell.
Just gonna take a little dream nap here. It's gonna be exciting. So again, if I've taken both teas, am I gonna? How do I put this? Trip balls. I hope so. Hold on to your monkey. It's about to get wild up in here. All right. Just gonna find a quiet corner. to use these teas. Blue Dream, not so restful. Not so restful. Let's get that out of the way first. Gulp. Oh, I'm so drowsy. Please don't take advantage of me while I sleep in this corner. Oh no. A lovely hot air balloon voyage we're on. Okay. Can I paint while in the dream realm? Is that a possibility? Had I the canvases, it seems I'm able to access the menu. I have no way to create canvases though, so if indeed I'm supposed to paint in the dream realm, I'll have to come back in later. I hope that's a possibility. Till then, we'll just enjoy the experience. I wonder if that would, drink water to clear your head. I'll cut off my own hand. That seems to be the idea. Is that how you swing an axe? Who taught you how to swing an axe? It's weird. Alright, there's a tree. Hey, look at that. A tree out there. It seems like kind of a dick move to come into a dream world, powered by an ancient goddess, and just start smacking trees around. But the logical implication is there. I don't want to. It's just a cute little blushwood. It never hurt nobody. Let's try the picture. Oh, I'm sure eventually I'll have to make the morally repugnant choice. We'll just leave this here. There's Johnny. Ranger. Already has water. So do I need to fill it? Let's try feeding the tree instead of aggressively swinging, but sort of weirdly sideways and limp-wristed. Not sure who animated that, but they're weirdly sideways and limp-wristed. Oh, the whole dream is shaken. It's just a cute little blushwood. It never hurt nobody. Ooh. Okay. Was that the right thing to do? It did give me inspiration. I'll take it. Okay, other tea now. I will abide by the rules of the tea-drinking cult and won't take them out. Time for an exciting nap. Isn't it just? I wish I had such gorgeous blue robes as you, sir, to nap upon. I should be in them, not just upon. Am I sipping so gingerly, you ask? Well, I don't know. I really don't. Okay, there appear to be gaps. In the pillows, but I'm just gonna trust it. Never mind. Could I jump the whole time? I thought I was pressing buttons like a madman trying to jump. And then the first thing I tried, while in the dream world, appears to be the jump button. Interesting. Wish I had my penny farthing. A lovely time. Ever had one of those dreams where you're leaping about from pillow to pillow? No? Just me? Someone's created a vortex of sorts. Looks like something I should paint. Not sure what that is exactly. Seem to be peering from underneath a mountain range. out towards the glacier. So, do I just die? Just drown and die? Okay. So I'm guessing at some point we may need to take some canvases into the dream realm. But what a nice little sneak peek we got. I'll find some canvases and come back, and we're full up on inspiration. Delicious inspiration. So yeah, I could the whole time. Well, I feel foolish. Thank you for your hospitality. Deposit extra tea, just in case. I don't think I have any, but thank you. Toodles. Alright, so quick check in here. Is there anything I'm failing to do? Any information on another group called the Roots? I'm sure eventually that might lead to them being like, steal the tea, take it out of the Roots' secret area, and bring it to us for sacrifice. And I don't think I'm going to do that. They're minding their own business down there, jumping on pillows. Why would we interrupt? Still don't have that. I need to ask around in the city about the night drummers. The Blushwood night drummers. Probably phrase it very carefully as I ask. So, do you ever wander the wood and blush at night and... How do I say this? Pounding away under the cover of night. Back through the sex dungeon tunnel, into the light of day, strip ourselves of our latex, and we'll move on with our lives. The only proper way to sacrifice tea is to drink it, I agree. And then leap about from pillow to pillow. I enjoy their little cult. It's a nice time. Alright, so who should I ask? Anyone been to Blushwood? Evelina? Help me out here.
You're such a great friend.
It's true. I am
Hello
such
again.
a great friend.
Thanks for rounding up those poisonous veggies. What a shock. I was able to explain it to the market council. They said I've got one more chance. Can you believe that?
Okay.
I've got my eyes on the prize.
Ask either of them anything now that their quest lines are completed. Maybe the innkeeper here. We'll start there. Or we'll go to him third, I guess. Can't really start there. Please, calm yourself, portraiture. Not the time.
Welcome to the inn below the tarnished teapot.
You still seem quite sad about it. Alright, can't ask him about the drummers.
Oh.
We could go check the university library. Might be a good spot for info. Your chainmail is bursting through your nightdress. As it should be. I still don't know what this is for, or if it's for anything other than just a cool toy. Ooh. Ooh. It's a cool toy. Alright, let's go check the university. Hopefully someone will have the answers we seek. Dost thou seek the answers, man? Such a nice little spot to sit. I'm gonna put my bottom on it. Ah, that is cooling. Sheriff? Gave him the saucy brows, just in case. Just put a little bait out there, see if he nibbles. Bear Sheriff here. I noticed the other day you gave me the saucy brows. Would you perhaps like to go get some shady and dream tea with me?
I've been working here for 20
yes,
years.
Sir Sheriff.
And I still love the smell of old books.
And I'm sure the old books still love the smell of you. Tell me, night drummers, yes.
You know, it's so strange. Somebody came in just
Love going
this
to the
morning
library
and
for knowledge.
donated a book. She said to point people to it if anyone asked about night
That's
drumming.
wildly
which made
coincidental.
very little sense to me, considering this book appears to be unrelated to that. Not that I'm entirely sure what night drumming is.
It's a euphemism.
It
I'll
was a little
tell you when you're
peculiar.
older.
Just about every sentence she said was a rhyme. Not sure if she meant to do that or if she was just
Mud
doing it
Willow?
by accident. An interesting woman. I quite liked her.
Me too.
And then here you are asking about that very topic. So, are you a night
Madam,
drummer? Am I
how
saying
dare
it right?
you
Is this
ask
a
me
new
such a
thing people are
question?
doing? Oh, I'm always so behind the times.
Oh, just curious about something I saw in my parents' bedroom when I was...
Sounds curious indeed. Anyway, the book is called The First Folk, and it's on shelf C.
Shelf C. Thank you for your time. All right, C. See? The First Folk. Little is known about the First Folk of Eastshade. Remnants show activity, raccoon activity, on the island dating back at least 600 years. The ruins of the Teefmore Bluffs have yet to be closely studied, but it is believed that they were built centuries after initial inhabitation of the island. Initial inhabitation. I don't know why that sounds weirder than just saying initial habitation. Never mind. During Lindo's settlement, several relics and carvings were uncovered, but lost shortly after in the catastrophic mudslide. It was previously believed that the first families settled on Eastshade just 200 years ago. We still have much to learn about Eastshade's true first inhabitants, as they are scurrying about in the underground. A note slips out from the pages. Why is it wet? Dearest traveler, drumming unraveler, a start we had when you stumbled in. We aren't used to this, me and my kin. A shock it must have been that night to see us running off in fright. I do hope that you weren't offended. That's not how I would like this ended. If you forgive our quick retreat, I think that you and I should meet. Find me before dawn at Mudwillow's mirror. I hope that I can make things clearer. Before dawn at Mudwillow's mirror. I would love to meet with you, sir. And with you, sir. Puss, 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 puss. Ooh, puss, 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 puss. You're so drowsy. Have you been drinking that silver dream tea? You're bouncing on the pillows right now, aren't you? Whoa, you just fell into the whirlpool. Good morning to you. Welcome, welcome. So nice to see a punky goat. Spunkily bouncing. It didn't come together well. It's nice to see you. Here, do we have enough glowstones to purchase the book about fish? 20. I think it is like 15 or 20.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Don't have any commissions to drop off. I'm assuming I'm full of commissions as well. Yes, yes. 2 of them I need to get to Teefmore for, and I have not been able to figure out my way there. However, the Cobb House, I just need to waste a canvas and try one of those. I'm sure it's just the initial, like, Lindo houses.
Interested in a book?
I really am. 10. Perfect. That leaves me a little bit of money to buy some extra canvases. Fish of the Fellstream River. So, let's see what we can learn about sandfish. The scales of the ultramarine minnow. Actually, one second. Can't listen to that flute and concentrate on the fish, the fish knowledge. Let's try this. Well, now I just need to use the restroom. Everything's so tinkly out here. All right, chickens, be quiet. What did I just say, chickens? The scales of the ultramarine minnow were once ground down to create deep blue pigment used in paint. These fish consume nearly anything, aside from fish. They're not cannibals, and have been found to eat plants and eggs. I'm gonna try this, Meltude, or thunder trout, leaps from water at high speeds before crashing back down like the fury of Zeus himself. It is believed that the fish do this to catch flies, but it's been surmised that they may also be engaging in play. Sex play? Oh, just normal, I see. When entire hovers of thunder trout do this at once, it creates a rumble that can be felt from land, deep in your bones. Thunder trout prey on ultramarine minnows. They are cannibalistic and prefer to live in river waters. The dry-mouthed sandfish, that is what Pops, old Pops is. Good show. Swallows vast quantities of silt, almost read that wrong, allowing it to rest heavily on the riverbed. Apparently when I say river, my throat closes entirely. Preying on thunder trout. Alright, so we need to catch a thunder trout, use it as bait for old Pops. The sandfish emits a burst of sand as prey approaches, disorienting the smaller fish and consuming it along with the displaced sand. One sandfish has gained particular notoriety in Eastshade for being a menace to fisher folk and boaters. This fish is known to locals as Good Show and has been observed wreaking havoc in the Sinkwood Lake. So, is thunder trout one of the ones I can buy? Otherwise, it sounds like I'm gonna need to do like a chain reaction thing of use an egg to catch an ultramarine minnow, use a minnow to catch a thunder trout, use a thunder trout to catch old Pops. Unless I can just purchase a thunder trout.
What crunchy scales.
But that might be a vicious waste of glowstones.
Raw fish. I can't wait until dinner time.
I can. For 13 glowstones. I may just want to do the chain reaction. Puss, never mind. Just love the little kitties. Okay, so we have all the knowledge we need. Did I purchase canvases? I don't think
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Gonna get 2 more. Whilst I have the funds for it. And one of them we should dedicate to a cob house. For sure. So what time is it now? Crest the top of the stairs first. 4:24. Excuse me, PM. We will have a little bit of time to kill before we can meet with our raccoon envoy. So let's try to catch a cob house. The nearest one is probably just the K&K Apothecary in Blushwood. Whip out the old penny farthing. Cring, cring. Oh, be careful now. Be careful of the edge. Gangway. I'm so sorry to hear that there is illness lingering. I do hope it passes quickly. Not that you pass quickly, but the illness. It's not the time for such wishes. So poorly phrased. It's that time of the afternoon. Lovely to see it beaming through the woods. We made it. Alright. Back that back up. I'm assuming that this house, that bush is putting a bit of a damper on the framing from this direction. Let's try the other way. Such a thick bush. This isn't bad. Whoop. I desperately hope that this counts and does not waste a 4th canvas. preciously rare commodity these days. Without new sources of boards. Gorgeous. However, it did not give me the little pop-up indicator that that was the right thing to do. Cob house in the country unfulfilled. It says all alone in the country, so that is what makes me think it would be this one, if any. But I just must not know what a cob house is. And that's fair. I haven't read up on my architectural digest. So, I wasted the 4th canvas in my sad, squalid little lifetime. Oh well. It's a pretty picture. That being the case, I'm not sure which other one to try. Let me just Google Cob House, see if I'm a fool for not knowing this already. Judging from the Google images, it kind of seems like the main characteristic of a cob house is that it has like an earthen or grassy roof. So it might be... I see. Cob houses may have grass and on the roof. So it might be Onur's house? We do have 1 extra canvas. We could go try Onur's house. I should have looked it up beforehand. I was just hoping we'd get lucky. Wink, wink. Okay. Whip out the penny farthing. Doop. Off we go. Let's check if Onur's house gets it to us, because I would love, if we're going to make the journey all the way out to Tiefmoor Bluffs, etc., there are probably other commissions out there that are being held back by the early Cob House Commission. And I should have just Googled it earlier. Oh well. I do want to pick up these roots and scragweed. Stay, bicycle. I'm so greedy. So satisfied. Onward. So let's check. I know that Onur's house is built into the hillside. I'm not entirely sure if it has a grass roof. We'll let our eyes make that decision for us. It's kinda just hillside, but I think out of any of the houses I've seen, it probably best fit. And it is also beautiful and worthy of a painting. We'll waste another. Let's go ahead and cut that tree root out of it. Cut the rock out of it. And... Cob house in the country. Perfect. Only 1 wasted at least. Well, I guess it is kind of dark. It's kind of dark out to be painting. Oh well. It'll be sort of a sinister
What can I do
cob
for
house. Just wanted to say hey. Architect of Lindo, do you know anything?
As far as I know, he left Lindo a long time ago and never returned. Unfortunately, he and I did not get along terribly. Mind the plants underfoot!
I will, worry not. Alright, while we have just a second, I'm gonna go see if I can speak to Ingolf again. I'm curious about who's in the abandoned tower. Having not found any trace of the architect of Lindo, my sneaking suspicion is that the architect is in the abandoned tower. And because of the mudslide in old Lindo, where his architectural endeavors were perhaps the cause of some distress, that he may feel as though no one wants to speak to him anymore. It wasn't his fault. It was just a nasty natural phenomenon. So I'm going to see if Ingov has the dialogue option for the architect, and then maybe we'll learn something new. Or maybe we won't. Not sure if I can summon him again since it's nighttime. Seemingly not. Yeah, he did. Alright, then we'll go down to his cave. Doot, doot, doot. Preferably without breaking our ankles. There we go. Ingov, are you a sleepy little baby? Would you like me to give you the coochie goo? Why is my easel back here? Ingov, did you take my easel? And how are you levitating? Why are you levitating? Take that back, thanks. I already clearly have one. Maybe this is Ingov's easel. He was inspired by my career path. Okay, so we're gonna have to wait until morning. I guess we could go sleep at the inn in Lindau, since it's not too desperately far away. Because I would like to speak to him while we're all the way over here. I don't think I really have anything else to do at night, but I do need to race back to the mirror, Mudwillow's mirror, by dawn. And I don't really want to wait an entire another day for dawn to come back around. I wish Ingov was made. That would be the ideal sitch. So I should probably just go to Mudwillow's mirror instead of talking to Ingov come morning. Because I don't think I'm going to have enough time to get there by dawn if I speak to Ingov when he wakes up. Nice to be back here. Such a lovely little town. Hey, you sleeping or are you stuck in a jar again?
Get out!
Fair enough. Maybe you are too unstable to be... No, don't say that. Alright, so I'm going to take the carriage to Nava. Thankfully, she runs 24 hours.
Would you like a ride to Nava? You've already paid the
I hear
toll,
your ox
so
is
it
strong.
will be free for you.
Take
My
me away.
ox is strong, no?
There it is. I hear your ox is strong. Alright. Nice to know. Fast traveling does not really increase time. So what I could do is build a tent to wake up just like at Mudwillow's mirror come dawn time, or up until 3, 4 in the morning, and then probably make the journey. How close am I to building a tent? I just need more twine. I'm sure this is a permanent item, so I may as well make it. However, I don't really want to place it yet. Hoping it works similar to the bicycle, in that I will be able to back it. Yes, good. Whew. Okay, now let's whip out the penny farthing. Go find a nice campable spot near Mudwillow's mirror. Wake up in time for dawn. Meet with the cutie raccoonies. And then we'll be on our way. What a charming little gang. Any game that lets you speed pedal a penny farthing down to the riverside to meet with some cutie raccoonies is a good game in my opinion. Alright, there's Mudwillow's mirror. Anywhere around here should do in terms of a camping spot. Try to stay dry. Tent. Doop. Alright. Give ourselves a little of time. Wow, that sentence did not come out right. Give ourselves a little of time. What? Let's give ourselves a little time before dawn. Well, time to pack up our tent and find some grub worms for an early supper. Oh, grub worms. Daddy's coming. Oh, he's already here. Hello, sir.
You got my message, and you came.
Somehow or other, I came
finally
just
meet
the
a
same.
Skyfolk. I mean, other than Mudwillow. But I guess she's not really a Skyfolk since she does live underground. Maybe you've met her.
Does that mean I am, in fact, an owl?
Please, forgive all the sneaky.
I've been curious about that since the beginning of the game.
I am Alejo. My people call ourselves Machra, but I believe your people might better know us as the First Folk.
Why all the secrecy? I shouldn't just launch right into the questioning of him, but I am not from around here, this is true.
Oh, but you are still Skyfolk, no?
Caw-caw.
The people who live on the surface?
Okay, I guess that doesn't necessarily mean I'm an owl. I think that's most people. I don't want to feel exclusionary towards him. Normal people live up here. No. Are there any other dialogue options?
Oh, I never thought about that. So we are the strange ones.
That's not what I meant to imply.
For as long as I can remember, I have been fascinated by the Skyfolk. The stories, the architecture, the language. I have dedicated quite a lot of time to learning your tongue after all. I am grateful to Mudwillow for being such a willing teacher. And the variety. Is it true that there are bear folk?
Are there ever? And they are thick. It's a sight to behold. Come on, let me show you. Let me show you the Sheriff of Thickingham.
Do they have temper? Like a bear?
No more so than anyone else. Yeah, everyone's different.
Ah, of course. Like my own people. They are, bro. Each different. Ah, I have so many questions for you. I hope it's not too bad to ask, but is it true that your people are removing the eyes of the firstborn?
No. It's totally true. Go back underground. Hide. We're all monsters here. No.
Aha! I knew it! I wonder what other lies my people are making up about the Skyfolk.
Typically
And
the
what is your
firstborn
trade?
get to keep their eyes, but the middle child... I'm a painter. Let me show you these paintings of middle children, eyeless, despairing.
Wow, that's very good. My sister is an artist too. She's an etcher, carves designs into the walls and such
We
things.
should collaborate.
Well, I should probably leave here. Someone will notice I'm gone if I'm out for much longer. Ooh, tell me, do you think you could make me a painting of the big city? Mudwillow told me about it, but I want to see it. That would be incredible. I don't have much to give you, though. We could meet here again, same time tomorrow night.
It's a date. I have one now. As long as you don't mind it being pressed into the, common tower. Do you appreciate that sort of thing?
Really? Can I have it? I will cherish it forever.
Mess-up paintings. Yes.
Ah, it is beautiful.
Lovely.
Your people's buildings are incredible.
Turned out to have exactly what he wanted. I was not personally involved in building them, but thank you. That's very flattering.
I am sorry. I don't have any of your kind of money. My people use something we call egra. I don't know how it's called in your tongue.
Call it eggs.
I'm still learning your language from Mudwillow.
And I'll take eggs as payment.
It is rock where animal has died. It is leaving like
fossils.
a print in the rock.
Lovely. Yes.
Fossil. Yes, the fossil of a snail we use. What do your people use?
We dig out the deep shinies. You'd like 'em. Deep, deep shinies.
Glowstones? We have lots of this. The rock of our home is rich with them. I can give you.
Ah, we like sleep in piles
I would really
of
like
money.
if you came to meet my people. You are a nice person. I think meeting you would help them see that outsiders are nothing to be scared of. Will you
just call
come
me
with me
Ambassador
to meet my
Skyfolk?
I can show you my home and get you some glowstones.
This is sounding kind of like the beginning of a serial killing, but I would love to. I would love to.
Forgive me, but I'm going to have to ask to blindfold you. As much as I consider you a friend,
it's the part of the movie
my
where you
kin
run
would
away.
not appreciate disclosing the way to our home.
But I understand.
I will guide you. It's not far. Is that acceptable?
It's acceptable. Take me away. I'm putting an awful lot of trust in him.
What's your step?
Even your messed up paintings are still valuable. Hell yeah, that worked out great. So glad we don't have to wait another dawn. Another dawn. Not very eloquent.
We have arrived. Please, wait here just one moment.
I feel you stabbing me. Stabbing me in the spinal column with some sort of bone knife. I'm gonna be very upset. Ah, what was that? Oh, it's just an itch.
Most of the others that you're coming, so they won't get too startled. I've let them know you're completely friendly, but some of my people may still be alarmed.
Here.
Please,
maybe that
pay
would
no
be
mind
rude.
to any strange look.
Capturing their inner secrets.
This way, if you please.
Absolutely. Lead on, my friend. It's so cozy down here. Oh, it's so nice. And you're right, you literally have glowstones just popping out of every orifice. Is that the way to say it? Hey. Oh, no need to bow. No. Sorry. I got lost. Lost in the dreamy eyes of your kinsman. I like what you've done with the place. So many cute little paintings of bugs. Were these your sisters? Does your sister make bug paintings? She's very talented.
Well, this is our home. What do you think?
I think it's cute. Perfectly homey. I can't imagine living here. It's amazing.
Oh, that will make us all feel very proud when I tell the others. I am glad you like it. We have been expanding for many generations now. We believe, as your own scholars do, that we Mahra were indeed the first folk to settle here. Our legend has it that the great sea captain Ilanit and her crew landed here after being lost at sea for 1,000 days without food or water.
1,000 days without food? Or water? That sounds amazing.
It's probably a bit exaggerated.
Glad you can
But
admit
I do think she's a real person and truly fearless. She braved the ocean after all. I can think of nothing more terrifying than this.
Right? It's all full of squids. Ugh.
No, really? The sky speaks to me, but the ocean? No.
We actually sank. I swallowed a lot of it on the way in. So much.
Wow. Well, I'm glad you made it, so that we could find each other and become friends.
Put it here.
Well, here is
Put
some
it here,
glowstones. I hope that's sufficient. I truly am glad to have met
70 of course
you.
that's
You have
sufficient.
taught me so much.
I would have taken like 2.
I was thinking, one day I may want to go from here, go into the world, just to see.
Sure you don't
think
want
the
to
Skyfolk would welcome me?
Yes. Everyone's welcome in the above ground.
Oh, that would be incredible. But I'm not ready yet. One day. I think your visit here will go a long way with my people. Now that they've seen you, a perfectly friendly one, it will plant the seed of acceptance.
And hopefully it will blossom
I dream that
into
one
a
day
beautiful
the Nahra
friendship.
can be friendly with the Skyfolk. I feel both our cultures would be richer.
As well as our pockets, am I right? These 70 glowstones. I need a belt. Me too. I hope exactly the same.
Okay. I'll let you look around a bit. Then I'll take you back.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't think there's any commission necessarily, unless there's like a cave of glittering stars down here. I should look around a bit. But even if there is a commission down here, I do not have any canvases. And again, I'm not sure if it's culturally rude to just start making paintings. That's our private shower chamber. We'd appreciate if you didn't paint that. It is gorgeous down here, though I would not consider that a starry sky. They're smoking. Hey. Nice to meet you. You look well coordinated. Your hands are kind of shockingly human-seeming. Would you like some gloves? Allow me. No, after you. I will rise, and then you. Please feel free. Okay. Snooping around. A snooping interchange of cultures. Snooping around. I love it down here. When can I move in? I'll pay you in stories? Gentle song? No? Not interested? Okay. Well, that hurts my feelings creatively. That hurts me deep. So the only thing that's like wildly unique might be that big middle chamber. There's different illustrations of things. If anyone's like ever, I want to see an illustration of an ant. I know where to come. Hopefully we can meet him by the mirror again.
Are you ready?
One more moment, please. Please, I want to stay up to see Santa. Yeah, let's go. Chorus of the night completed.
Farewell, my friend.
Until next time. Oh, where'd you go? You blindfolded me and then Batmaned out in a burst of smoke. Oh, fantastic. Alright, so I guess the question is, can I now make this bloom sack raft and to get across to Cauldron Lake Lodge? Is that a thing? Try to get as close as possible. This beach seems like a good launching point. This beach? Let's try it here. And I think I need to craft it. It did not actually get created or put in my inventory. Craft. Need more twine. Yep. Now, be very, very careful. In fact, I'm wondering if I should, like, save it first before creating the bloom sack raft. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll save it now. Alright, mount. And across the way. I'm stuck. I'm stuck on the beach. Slowly, there we go. Inch it out into the water. Lovely. Now we're making progress. What have we here? Anytime, rest of the trees. Burst into hideously rendered life. Good, good. There you go. Gorgeous. I wonder if somebody at some point will need a portrait of it. Alright, hopefully this will work. Hack that. Good, good. Save it again, just in case. It's kind of strange that I can't just use these. I guess that's property theft, but I sure would like to make use of them. Brr. got stormy. Take your bloom sacks. Thank you. Thank you for being so generous, even though I didn't ask. Anything else to grab on the outskirts? You should always ask permission before you grab on the outskirts. And yet, here I am, violating the Geneva Convention. Alright. Seems to be about it in terms of collectibles. Ah, I spoke too soon. In we go. Hopefully they have a little fire for me to dry my boots. Ooh, ha, ooh. Could I trouble you for a warm hug?
Oh, we're not really taking new visitors. There's been an incident. But with the storm, well, I'll give you the room we all plan to give the detective. We're just about full otherwise.
What sort of incident is this? Sounds like there's been trouble here. I just stepped into a noir novel.
There's been a theft in one of the rooms.
Oh,
the police are on their way now, though it might take a while. Don't worry, though. The thief wouldn't dare strike again.
I was hoping someone had been murdered. I mean, I wasn't hoping some... never mind.
Some sort of important book. Real valuable, I guess, by the way Mr. Historian is reacting.
Mr. Historian?
I don't claim to understand what
his
it
real
does.
name.
I just know we can't have any thieves making an escape.
That's creamy. Sorry, pardon me. You must have a prime suspect. This is the same question, just slightly rephrased. Any leads?
We've got all kind of weirdos here. It could be just about any one of them.
Just arrived, but fine.
Me. Most of the guests are napping right now, though, so it's nice and quiet for the moment. Look, since we've got this shady business going on here, I'm not going to charge you. You can have a room upstairs, first door on your right.
Oh, thank you.
At any rate, it looks like you don't have much choice but to stay.
At any
Storm
rate.
is raging out there.
Tell me more.
My great-great-grandparents built it as a waypoint for expeditions north, and for folks building windmills on the Tiefmoor Bluffs. It's well past its glory days, and I can't imagine this situation is going to do much to boost its reputation.
You never know. Some people are into that sort of true crime stuff. Count myself as one of them. Any suspects?
Not exactly. Well, there was this university student.
She seemed shifty.
She arrived around noon, coming from Narva.
She seemed shifty.
2 hours later, the historian arrived, followed by Helena and that businessman, Vadim. The student went off to her room. Figured she wanted an early start in the morning. But then she came out a little after sunset, bags all packed, telling me she had to leave and take care of an emergency. I felt bad for her having to leave in the night like that.
It does seem as though she scurried away awful quick, and it's a book that was stolen. Nobody likes books more than university students. I don't suppose you're also missing a keg of beer or two. That would really point the finger at her.
Who
Sir?
are you?
Historian
You don't look like the
Omeros.
authorities. Another suspect. When did you get here?
A theft happened some time ago, and you've just arrived. Another suspect! Is that how it works? I paddled in.
Oh, sure. Well, watch yourself.
Smack
There's
me
a
in the
thief
bloom
on the
sack
loose,
and call
no
me
one's even trying
the
to catch them.
historian. What did they take?
In my translation book. It contains runes that would allow me to enter and
I'd like to
learn
get a peek
more
at
about
that.
the Tiefmoor ruins. It's highly sensitive and confidential information.
The history
I was
of
on my
our
way
past
to the ruins
should never be
when the
confidential.
thief made their move.
The history
Very
of
few
our
people
past. That's
know
better.
about the translation book. Someone must have been following me.
You're paranoid. Take a seat. Have some of this comforting dream tea. I don't want any calming tea. Shh, shh. That's very suspicious, but I'll get to the bottom of it.
And the authorities. Delayed by a boating mishap.
Quote
At this
unquote.
rate, the thief is going to slip away in the night.
You have a boating mishap when my confidential information is on the line. Madam, you look as though you're handling the situation well. Enjoying the warm fire, calm as a cucumber, cute as a button.
Hello, Detective. My name's Belinda, and I'm an open book, I tell you.
I'm going to read you cover to cover,
Any questions
Belinda.
you have, I'm completely ready to answer. I don't have a single thing to hide.
I actually believe you, but it is a little strange that that's the first thing you
The
mentioned.
only suspicious thing I've seen is that historian. He's been running into our rooms, snatching up our things and dragging them around for others to inspect.
How rude.
Makes you wonder if he isn't trying to cover something
I think what he's
up.
trying to cover up is his own insecurities and perhaps a touch of incompetence.
My sister and I are taking a relaxing vacation. She hardly gets out of the house anymore, and I thought the fresh air out here would do her some good.
Anything strange happening? It's hardly my place to pry about her illness.
Oh, all kinds of strange things, but nothing related to this case.
Pardon me, Belinda, I just had the taste for cream. Have you noticed anything odd?
I have. It seems that Miss Helena is unwell. I've seen her looking very sick and tired as she moves about the inn. You'll see. Something's wrong with her.
Something's wrong with her in the sense she has done it, the theft, and she's using the fact that she's got the book wedged up under her corset bones as an excuse to look ill. I see. Thank you for your time, Belinda. Enjoy this lovely roaring fire. And if you wouldn't mind, don't tell anyone you saw this. Yoink. All right. Hey. Oh, someone's got a book. The Teefmore Ruins. A simple and spiritual discussion. There are some in Eastshade who hold to the silly notion of finding great riches and antique wonders within the ruins. In reality, however, it is a known fact among native people that the ruins of our ancestors contain nothing of material value, at least not by modern standards. These tombs are home to the ghosts of our ancestors, and traipsing through them in search of fortune or answers to our past would deeply dishonor those who walked before us. Unless you wear protective booties. I have said before, and will say again, for all eternity, God, I'm going to be hoarse by the end of it. Aside from the resting spirits, there is absolutely nothing within the Teefmore ruins that would impress a modern Eastshadian. I was looking forward to traipsing through those ruins myself, but now I think that might be a mistake. I would suggest sitting, like, literally anywhere else where it's dry. The roof seems to be quite leaky here in the corner, sir. Would you want to maybe talk over here, where it's not dripping? Okay,
Hi,
fine.
I'm Amir. You are going to crack this case, right? My
not the
girlfriend and I
detective,
were
but
supposed
yeah,
to play a show tonight. Oh, this
I'll
is
do my
horrible.
best. Everyone keeps mistaking me for the detective just because I have a thick, bushy mustache.
I don't know if this will help, but there was someone down on the beach late last night. I couldn't sleep, so I was looking
Catching
out
cold?
my window at the lake,
Miss Helena,
searching
was it?
for inspiration. But yeah, someone was down there.
Could you see who it was? With your eyes, with your balls, your eyeballs.
I couldn't tell. They seemed like they might be tall, maybe.
Maybe
but
tall.
certainly
Okay, we're
mysterious.
really cracking the case. Teefmore ruins? Question mark? I mean, I don't want to miss the chance.
They're a point of controversy around here. Some people want them open to the public, and some people think they're a sacred space. I understand that the ancient people wouldn't have wanted us to disturb their tomb, but it would have been pretty neat to play a show in there.
It's one thing to walk through looking for, like, clues about the past for scientific research. It's another to just put on a rockin' show in the sacred ruins. But it sounds like it would be a hell of a time. I'll buy tickets. Who'd on the beach? He's already told me he couldn't see, but maybe if we just keep poking him on it. Anything strange?
That businessman, Vadim, He's pretty strange. Obsessed
Vaguely
with
racist
money.
sounding,
He's given
okay.
me several nasty looks. And the woman over in the corner, Belinda, she keeps giggling at everyone.
Oh, Belinda's harmless. She's just having a hell of a time. She likes the drama of it. You leave Belinda alone. Belinda, I got your back, sweetness. Alright. Who else? Everyone on the lower floor spoken to. Locked. What are you hiding? Bear your secrets to me. But not the spirits within them. The Teefmore ruins gained new protections today following concerns of disturbance to sacred land. The new laws mandate that the historical ruins cannot be used for profit or rock shows if an ancient relic is found within the site. However, a pre-existing law states that if any ancient relics are found on a historical site, scientists will be given free rein over the land in order to conduct a full study and record the findings for posteriors. Wait. Unfortunately, this does little to protect the native inhabitants who believe the sacred ruins should not be entered by anyone for any reason. Activists have loudly stated there is nothing of interest within the ruins, but only time will tell if this is true and whether science or business will be taking over the bluffs. Perhaps neither. Perhaps we just leave them alone. Riley Amir. Knock knock. I knocked it right against my little kneecap. Ow. Ow. I see you're preparing for the rock show. Do you mind if I ask you some yoink questions?
Are you the authorities? Do you paint the crime scene to help find
clues? It's the mustache,
clues?
isn't it? I'm just an artist who believes in justice.
Tell me, who has committed the theft?
Okay, well, my boyfriend and I really need to get off this lake. We're supposed to be playing a show in Narva tonight, but the innkeeper won't let anyone leave.
I'm sorry to hear that, but this is a serious matter. Let's combine these two. No, I'm sorry to hear it.
It's so frustrating. We've never played anywhere important, and the one chance we get, this has to happen.
Understand. I've been in that position before where it finally feels like your career might be taking off, but then personal matters and the theft of an ancient historical text get in the way. No, I've been there. What do you know about the theft, personally? Did you do it? Be honest with me, I can tell if you're lying. I'm an artist.
A book was stolen. It must contain the meaning of life, because I can't see any other reason it would be such a big deal.
What could possibly be in a book that would be so important? Did you see anything suspicious?
We got here yesterday afternoon. We ate dinner, played some music, and went to bed. I heard some scuffling in the middle of the night, but I just thought it was rats. Ugh, they're everywhere.
New friends? Sounds nice. Teefmore ruins.
It's such a bad situation. The indigenous people just want the land to stay sacred. All they ask is that no one goes in the ruins. But the university is constantly sending people over to investigate. They want to extract the artifacts. And there's this new law that says if the scientists can't find any ancient relics in the ruins, then the ruins aren't historically important, and so don't get any protections. That means the sacred space could be dishonored by random hikers.
Putting on some sort of jazz
of course
dance.
The scientists won't find any relics. They aren't even allowed inside. So the land is really in peril right now. It's just a mess.
That's the most concise description of what's going on that I've heard from like 3 newspaper articles and 3 other suspects, so thank you. I really appreciate your time.
Just hurry up and find the criminal, okay?
Again, I'm not the detective. I'm gonna go shave my mustache. I'll be right back. I don't know how I got in this position. I literally just washed up here in a storm. Reserved for Radmila Belinda. Belinda, do you mind if I rifle through your things? Your under things? I don't think she minds. Doot doot doot. Belinda! And you are? Pardon me 1 second. At the Teefmore ruins. A lovely, Lovely memento. Do you mind if I keep this? She does. The eternal battle of love. They pulled each other close as moonlight washed over them. Surely nothing shall ever part us now, for we have braved through beasts and frozen nights, starvation and drought, yet finally life has brought me back to your loving, beefy arms. Our love shall last forever, but the battles have not ended. Our lives have been foretold in the stars, and this is only the beginning. You can leave now and seek a simpler life, one with riches and comfort, warmth and a soft bed. No one would blame you. He knew that no warmth would be as real as that beefy of her hands. No bed comfortable after sharing the ground with her. 5941. That sounds important. Wait. All his riches and comfort would be found in her eyes, her stories, her beefy smile. I will go with you. 5941. 5941. Okay? I rifled through your private things. I'm sorry. Healing magic, the ancient power of the Tiefmoor ruins. Some believe the Tiefmoor ruins hold the power to heal all wounds and illness, even that rather unfortunate sore. Why do we not enter the ruins? Why we do not enter the ruins to seek out this power is beyond comprehension. It is trusted by many that simply standing in the presence of the ruins is enough to cure small sicknesses and ease the mind of worry. It is a sad thing that the progeny of the peoples who built these magical places do not see fit to share the wonderful spiritual energy here. Do pardon. They instead lock it away. Could it be they want the power only for themselves? Selfishness? Alas, we must respect their wishes. And only wonder at the amazing energy still sealed within the walls of the ruined tombs. Sounds like you're just trying to spread that saucy little rumor so that you can use it for business and rock shows. Madam.
Ah, so you finally made it,
again.
Detective.
God damn this mustache.
I was hoping you'd be delayed, so we could have more excitement.
Hoping I'd be delayed. Madam, how suspicious. You're enjoying this, then?
Well, of course. My sister
Both
Belinda
her and
me
Belinda
here
are
all
having
of
a hell of a
sudden from
time.
Quiet retreat.
I would be too if I was thrust into an Agatha Christie novel.
Quietly
As I seem to have been.
I'd rather have the suspense of a conniving thief in our midst.
Though if this was an Agatha Christie novel, someone would have been murdered by now.
No, I'm trapped in this bed. There's nothing at all to see here. But I did hear a young girl pacing outside my door before the theft. She seemed very flustered.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I called her inside and we talked a bit about books. She was a student at the university. Suddenly she said she needed to go. What a sad girl.
Oh, I had so many other questions for you. Oh, good. There they are. The number code in the book. Tell me more.
You skipped to the last page? Don't spoil the ending for me. The businessman Vadim gave me that book last night. I haven't finished it yet, and I don't know anything about those numbers. They better not be important
Check
to
his
the
room
story.
for a safe. Well, I didn't tell you what they were, so it's no spoilers here. The ruins painting. Who is that with you? Canoodling. Tell me.
Yes. My husband and I
Your
used to go
husband
on
and you
dates.
canoodling. The case is cracked.
Sky and the fresh air, all surrounded by the history of the island. It's a very romantic spot, you know.
I can't wait to see it. Thank you for your time, Radmila. I'll give Belinda your best. Also, get you a towel. All right. 5941. 59. It's closed. Tring tring. All right. We got the upstairs. We already went in there. This one's locked. Maybe I can ask Belinda about the numbers. Magical powers. Tell me, do you possess them?
Well, who knows, really? We can't get in there to find out. But it's nice to dream. My sister loved hiking and traveling more than anything.
Oh, she's got the old
now
knees.
she can only travel in her books.
Thank you for your time, Glenda. So this wasn't Vadim, was it?
Did you figure it out
This
yet?
was Amir. Not yet. Give me a moment, for pity's sake. You're the historian. Check up here. Nothing on the bookshelf. Nothing in the lounge. Helena. Locked. Reserved for the detective. Well, that's me. I'll enjoy my space. Yeah, it actually is my room. Again, I'm not... Where is my razor? Just to know I can sleep. If I get too exhausted, Vadim. Fair enough. Interesting. Locked in their chambers and refused to speak to me. Clearly guilty. Guilty as sin.
What a mess this is.
Tell me about the Teefmore ruins.
Just about everyone in this area has an opinion on them. Indigenous people think no one should even look at them. Most everyone else just wants to see what's inside. I had a pal who snuck inside when we were kids. She wouldn't tell me what she saw in there, though. Kinda doubt she actually did it.
She's just bragging for the kudos, was she? We've all had that friend. We've all been bragging for the kudos. Alright, so I'm not sure how to get into Vadim's room to check out what these numbers might entail. Would you like me to wheel you around a bit, Red Mila? I mean, it's very wet outside. It's gonna get squeaky, but I'd be happy to push. I must be missing some sort of interactable that will progress the story. I was hoping the main desk there would perhaps provide me keys to the rooms. But my mustache only has so much power,
We need clues,
it seems.
leads, anything to move this case along.
Anything? Well, then I blame you as the prime suspect. Does that move the case along?
The ruins are an incredibly rich source of culture and heritage for the people of Eastshade. I believe that within the ruins there are relics that would help us understand our beginnings on this island. But somehow, there are people who think history is a waste of time, and they've thwarted my efforts of discovery at every turn.
Is it perhaps that they just feel you're too cool for school with those glasses on? Maybe if you took off the glasses and looked at them eye to eye, they'd understand your motives are pure. Are there any suspects? No, suspects lurking on the outside. Who has buried the evidence? I can smell it. My detective's mustache is leading my nose on. The glory. Oh, there we go. I made it out of the garden. I don't see anyone lurking. Trying to hide from the detective. So didn't know there was a herd of glitchy sheep back here. Aha! I found the clue. But I'm going to use it to build canvases. There we go. There, now we're talking. The Teefmore Ruins property deed of sale. That sounds desperately important. The seller also agrees to make a public and solemn declaration that they have personally entered the ruins and determined them to be completely empty and void of sacred importance. Blue Rose Industries will conduct an archaeological study to confirm these statements. With compliance to the standards, there is to the set payment of 2,000 glowstones for the complete property and right to all portions of the Teefmore Ruins in any manner Blue Rose Industries sees fit. Please sign below. You should probably take that with you. Okay, I'll just remember it all. Just remember the information. Alright, so somebody chucked the property deed into the drink with great disregard. Seems to be about it out here, though. Suppose I should ask around about the deed, then. Who has done the deed?
You're making great strides, Detective. I know you'll have this sorted out in no time.
You know I'm not the detective. I will crack the case wide open.
Well, I've got no doubt.
I'm fully inhabiting the detective. I'm impersonating a police officer.
Boat ashore. Shouldn't be travelling in the storm anyway. Why don't you take these keys and continue investigation of the suspects in their rooms?
Exactly what I wanted. Thank you. I'm gonna go investigate their rooms and under things. I can get in here now. What is this? An empty room. Sinkwood Inn property deed. Kevork agrees to sell the Sinkwood Inn to Blue Rose Industries for the complete price of 1,000 glowstones. Sale includes the building, grounds, and business. Any employees remaining at the inn will be employees of Blue Rose Industries and subject to salary negotiation. So he is selling the inn. Oh, Mr. Tumnus? Was that you I saw for a half moment? Or was it the devil? Devil went down to Sinkwood. Madam, sire, tell me more about yourselves and your thick neck.
Ah, good. You finally arrived to sort this out.
Vadim.
Check through my suitcase and I'll be on my way, detective.
Okay, I'll rummage your knickers. 1 second. No one's leaving until we find the thief, I mean, but I'll still go ahead and take that rummage if you don't mind.
Good gods, this is truly obscene. The historian likely dropped the book in the lake himself. You've seen how his hands shake. And now he's trying to frame one of us.
Oh, clumsy me. I'm going to start a criminal investigation. Did you notice anything strange?
That historian! He's a madman! He tore through our rooms this morning, screaming about his wretched book.
Sure he wasn't screaming about his wretched back? Maybe he was just having a bit of a sciatica attack. You should have helped him with some soothing massage. So those numbers in your book
Numbers?
that you loaned.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. I picked up that book in a small market last week. It wasn't my cup of tea, so I gave it to Rat Miller.
Vadim. Likely story. Tell me more.
A wasted opportunity at the moment. Who doesn't love the idea of visiting a tomb thousands of years? Who wouldn't love the sense of discovery and heritage? Who wouldn't pay dozens and dozens of glowstones for that kind of experience? I'm going to bring that dream to life. I promise you that.
Not if I have anything to say about it, Vadim. Meet your newest business competitor, and I will donate the site to science. Madam?
You don't look like any detective I've ever seen.
Helena.
I won't be answering your questions.
Feeling ill? You won't be answering my questions because you're guilty as sin. Even though she's the only one who's correct that I'm not the detective and she has no reason whatsoever speaking to me.
You don't look like any detective I've ever seen.
That's fair enough,
I won't be
Helena. I
answering
respect
your questions.
I respect the Helena out of that. Alright, let's leave her room for last. Starting the historian. He didn't properly douse numbers. I can't believe it. Wildneath root. For temporary treatment of nerves, forgetfulness, and shaky hands. No more than 2 drops a day, or you might hallucinate that one of your possessions has been stolen. It's from Kai and Kaylin. Dear friends. Dear criminal friends. Ex-criminal. Alright. What have you been burning? The University of Nava. Oniros, please take this letter as a formal notice of dismissal from your position at the university. We appreciate your hard work through the decades. However, time has proven that there is no new information to discover regarding the Tiefmoor ruins, and unfortunately, the university can no longer fund the program. My sincerest regrets, R.T. Dean. His name is Dean. Or maybe that's his title. It would be funny if it was both. Alright, so he's been dismissed from the university, and he is taking medication for his shaky nerves. Not necessarily any indication of anything. Vadim? Start.
I don't know anything about the numbers in the book. Oh, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know about those numbers, Governor.
So they don't have numbers on them, but is it just a 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. V. I was digging around near those old ruins you're so obsessed with. Found this thing that looks an awful lot like an ancient relic. Thought you might want to keep it safe till you officially own the property. Fraud! Fraudulence! Hope you can come up with a few extra glowstones for me in exchange. So they did find a sacred relic, and yet they're pretending they did not, so that businessman Vadim can take over the property. How very dare. How very, very dare. There's no indication he stole the book, though. Just means he's a bit of a business man. Almost said something a little less generous. Bit of a business bastard. I'll take that fabric. Helena, what have you crumpled? Someone's footprints. So you were pacing around outside. It was you. With your muddy boots, Helena, how could you? The criminality here is that you've made it difficult to mop the floors. Interesting series of symbols. They're quite wet now. They really need someone to fix this roof. Alright, what's been crumpled? My dearest family, I've thought a lot about our dedication to preserving the sanctity of the ruins. It has meant so much to me that you've all stood by my side in this battle. It pains me to write health is declining. There is little to be done, but with any luck there may be a treatment available in Nava. I only hope that... That was the rest of it getting sucked into the void. Okay. So she's like ill, and perhaps similar to Belinda and Radmila is hoping to use the ruins for sacred healing purposes? What do these symbols mean in that case? I can't recall if we read something about it. We should check some books again. Hey, I snooped through your crumpled papers. I just want to say my condolences.
I don't think you're a real detective at all.
You're right about that. But have you seen anything strange? No, don't launch right into the detective thing. Let's do glyphs.
That's an old poem from the native people on the Tiefmoor Bluffs.
Would you mind translating it for me?
As a reminder to always be thankful.
As if to prove your statement? I don't mean to doubt, but tell me about the ruins.
Those ruins mean everything to me. All I've ever wanted is to preserve that sacred ground.
Have you seen anything strange?
Yes, I have. Those musicians have been desperate to get out of here since the moment the book went missing.
Musicians are antsy, that's not
They've
uncommon.
been singing all kinds of obnoxious songs about this situation. Annoying fiends.
Annoying fiends doing their job, following their passion. How dare.
Have you any progress?
Have you any progress, Vadim? Since we're both questioning one another? I found your box, which you lied to my face about. Right to my face, Vadim.
Numbers? I'm afraid I don't know anything about that.
Again, you're going to stand there in my face, Vadim, and tell me that... Fine. So it kind of seems obvious they're trying to make you think Vadim, he's a sneaky fella. He'd do anything to secure this business deal, but I don't think... someone knew. I don't think that's the case. Was there anything about glyphs? Open, please. I beg of you. Eternal battle of love. No glyphs visible in the picture. Healing magic. That mentions any glyphs specifically.
Hello again, detective.
Just wanted to say hey.
What's the dirt?
What's the dirt? What's the skinny? What's the poop scoop? What's the 411? That's all for now. Hey, who's this? Tell me.
What a mess this is.
I know, right? The muddy boots. I saw them. So you're selling the inn. Motive, would you say?
Been thinking about it. This place is empty most of the time. Tourism on the Teefmore Bluffs isn't what it once was. And the milling industry isn't all fancy and upcoming like before. Got that letter in the mail just a few days ago. Seems like my ticket out of here. This place gets a little too gloomy for me.
That's fair. That's fair. You seem like a real party animal. Bye for now. Alright. Try to double check. Collect any more information before we speak to the newcomer, who seems to be delightfully cloaked. Belinda, I just missed you. Hey.
Hello, detective.
Yes, we've met, Belinda. I know you've gotten forgetful in your dotage.
My sister and I are taking a real... Detective, my name's Belinda. Hello, detective. My name's Belinda, and I'm an open book, I tell you. Any questions you have, I'm completely ready to
finally
answer.
free. Finally free of the conversation.
I don't have a single thing to hide.
I love you, Belinda. I just...
The
We'll wait.
only suspicious thing I've seen is that historian. He's been...
There we go. Almost glitched that conversation into permanency.
Did you figure...
Yes. I believe I have. Who did you see on the beach? I'm guessing it was Helena. And she is the only one with muddy boots. But why was that a bad thing? Tell me again.
That businessman, Vadim, he's pretty strange. I couldn't tell. They seemed like
Tall?
they might be...
Helena is tall.
Just past the innkeeper's counter. You can go in. The door's unlocked. We figured... They're a point of controversy.
Alright. Speak with the historian once
Look,
more.
We've already searched everyone's trunks. The
What?
book isn't here. Thieves got it hidden
Dare you
somewhere
search
else.
everyone's trunks?
But maybe, if you take a look, you'll find something that points to the killer. I mean, the thief.
I know, right? Feels like it should be one of those situations, but we're keeping it PG. Alright, this place is just teeming with suspicious. Look at you. Glyphs. Yes. Now we're talking.
What? You found this here? Why, I can't fully translate it, but I think this is describing a poem about
So out of
cattle.
everyone in the inn, the
or
only
about
other
gold.
person who would perhaps have
I
need
need
of
my
a translation
book.
book would be Helena. Another thing that points to her.
Why are you searching through my things? I only
Why would I
opened
not?
my trunk so the suspects would feel more comfortable as. Surely I can't be a suspect in this crime. That medication is my
This is
private
true.
business.
I violated HIPAA, but the letter of dismissal. Tell me more.
I would appreciate if you mind my privacy. I am the victim here, after all.
You know how it is when
It's
a detective
true,
gets
I'm being
involved.
let go from my position at the university.
Everyone's trunks are open.
But this is my life's work we're talking about. I can't just abandon this when I'm so close to finding all the answers. But really, detective, this is a waste of time. You should be investigating the actual suspects.
Alright. So, Is Helena, the only thing I'm not entirely sure about, is Helena the woman from the university? Or is that the same person? Because I don't think we've spoken to the young girl from university, unless that is Helena. If it is Helena, she was the one pacing around anxiously. She was the one who went to the beach. The deed was found in the water. She could have dropped that, but not the translation book. If she's keeping it to translate those glyphs of hers, I don't really understand why. The indication from the letter to her family would be that she's in decline and might be wanting to use the runes to heal herself, but why would she need the runes translated in order to do that if the article specifically said just stand in there and heal illnesses? I'm not entirely sure if she's like a solid suspect, but she is my primary suspect. What have we here? Property of Nicole. I can't believe this is the last time I'll ever set foot in these ruins. I know Auntie H would never sell the land for tourism, but she doesn't look well lately, and I'm worried about her. The least I can do is ensure the land stays in our family. I've been sneaking out small relics to study in secret, but now it's too dangerous. Auntie H never wanted the ruins swarmed with archaeologists, and that's what would happen if the university found out what's really in here. She always said our ancestors' spirits lived down here, and in the cool silence I can almost believe it. It really is a sacred place. So it could be that Helena is not the young woman from university, and this Nicole is, but then Auntie H seems to indicate Helena as well. Alright, who are you? So sorry.
Hi. I'm not
Nicole.
really sure what's going on.
Nice to see you. Young lady from university, are you? Have you ever heard of the Teefmore ruins? What a silly question. You've walked into the scene of a crime.
Oh, right. There was an emergency, but don't worry, everything's okay now.
Get back in here. Get out of my... What are you... So why'd you leave so suddenly yesterday? Cancelled right out of it.
Oh, right. There was an emergency, but don't worry, everything's okay now.
Was the emergency that you had to smuggle the book your Auntie Helena stole out of here?
Of course. Those halls belong to my ancestor's aunt lives on the property. I mean, for now, she's probably going to have to sell it.
The journal?
Okay, you caught me, all right?
Hands
I know
up.
how to get into the ruins, and I've been going in there for years. Is that what you want to know?
Stealing
So
simple
yes,
relics.
it was me.
It was you, eh? Well, cuff her. What about the translation book?
Translation book? I don't know what you're talking about.
Do I that? A book related to the ruins was stolen.
Oh, gosh. I thought you were looking for a trespasser.
And yet you've confessed to the crime. Did you steal the in your suitcase?
I didn't steal them. They belong to my ancestors.
You can steal from your ancestors. That's still theft. Who would benefit from access to the ruins? Ill people? Like your auntie?
Everyone. Except my aunt and my parents who think the ruins need to stay empty for our olds. But there aren't any spirits. I've been in there 100 times.
You've never been tickled. Where are you going?
I just wanted to bring home one last reminder of the ruins. I was hoping to defend them like my aunt always has.
Wait here. I'll have more questions for you shortly. That seems to be the only dialogue I have left, though it's a little rude, and I don't really have jurisdiction.
Aha, good news.
Wait here.
The real detective has arrived.
Have they? Well, I gotta get the hell out of here then. I've been committing a felony. Where are they?
Are you the impromptu detective? Sorry it took me so long to get here. The innkeeper just filled me in on the situation. It seems like you've been doing good work here. Do you have a prime suspect?
I do. I'm not entirely sure about it. It's a very complicated sitch. Sit down with me. We'll have some tea. Discuss it. None of these people. Helena.
Really? That's very interesting. Let me have a look around and see if I can confirm your suspicions.
Look for the muddy boots. That's the key to cracking this puppy
wide open. Looks like you're well on your
open.
way to becoming a full-fledged detective. Certainly nice to have someone else carry out
It says
the
correctly
interrogations.
identify the thief of
Sad
Sinkwood Inn. I
story
just
this
got an
is.
achievement.
Looks like
Not
Helena
really
was helping
expecting
to sell
my
off the land to the
deduction
tourist
to be
industry.
on the mark.
Worth quite a lot of money. Says she was trying to take a final look inside the ruins. That's why she needed the book. Must have been having second thoughts about selling the land. Unfortunately for her, we've now got solid evidence that the ruins are filled with ancient relics. No chance of selling the property now. Ownership will most likely default to university.
And no one gets the money.
I'd be remiss
What a
if I didn't
shame.
reward you for your work. Please, accept those stones I'm authorized to award good Samaritans like yourself. And I believe my work
40
here is just
glowstones.
about done.
Hardly worth it being a detective. For your generosity. Is this the book holding the stolen property right before the detective's very eyes? Helena, how could you?
So, you actually weren't the detective after
You
all.
were right about that, despite my mustache.
I just had to see if there was anything in the ruins. All my life, I've believed there's nothing but spirits in there. I've started to see that no one else believes that. I can't afford for the land to go to science. Science doesn't pay.
And neither does
But my
crime.
heart couldn't afford for the ruins to be opened as a tourist location. I just thought the translation book might hold some answers
It's
for
very
me.
understandable, and I
Like,
actually feel quite
help me
bad
solve
about getting
this
you in
puzzle.
trouble with the literal fuzz.
Vadim made an offer on the land. He suggested running his own excavation for sacred objects. But really, I knew he would do everything possible to destroy what he found.
Lock it away in boxes and then
I
lie
took the
to
book
me
and
about
planned
it.
to sneak inside the ruins. Just take a peek. I wouldn't have destroyed anything, and if I found something, I would have reported it to the university right away. Now, the ruins will be opened to the university. We'll just have to see what happens.
Why are you gently dabbing your armpits with the pages of that sacred text? It doesn't seem appropriate. Belinda, how do you like how the drama shook out?
Well, I thought Helena was acting strange.
Your suspicions were correct.
Guess you
You
can
put me on
always
the right
count
path,
on me,
Belinda.
detective. Who knows? Maybe they will find some cures in the ruins. That would really be something.
And maybe they'll find some cured meats. We'll split them if so. Nibble, nibble. Looking forward to it, Belinda. All right. Good to see you all. Is the storm over? Yeah. Looks nice. Do you have anything for me?
Oh, well, I'm happy to hear there's something of interest in
Still
those
gonna sell?
ruins. Well, I
You're
guess
gonna turn
Vadim
this
won't
into
want
like
to
a
buy my inn
biopic.
anymore. But maybe we'll get more interest now anyway. Who knows, might convert one of these rooms into a ruins museum.
All right. You don't have anything for me. Nicole, how are you feeling?
I didn't expect things
Proud
to
of your
happen so
auntie?
quickly. I guess the ruins aren't ours anymore. I'm glad the university will be studying them. I've always wondered about everything I saw in there. Poor Auntie H. I wish she could see inside. She must have been really desperate to end up taking that book.
What a cute little mystery this was. I enjoy a good mystery. Red Mila, parting thoughts? Would you like to maybe snuggle? Just a little? Beak to beak?
I can't say I'm pleased the case was cracked.
That's fair.
I was quite enjoying the excitement. Back to dreary days in bed, I
No,
suppose.
beak to beak is what I suggested. Not back to back. That's not fun. It is warm, though. Let's do it. I agree, Red Mila. Vadim, how are you feeling about me thwarting your business dealings? I hope you're going to lose millions. Also, why are you standing that way? Why are you manspreading?
It's too bad the ruins are going
My
to be
business.
swept up by the university. Wasted opportunity. The entire island would have profited from the tourism. All in the name of science, I suppose.
Quote-unquote science. Yeah, I'm glad you're taking it well. All right, so do I still have a room? Yeah, impersonating the police pays dividends. I can sleep here anytime I want. Whoop. Who are you? How dare you set foot on my island? Oh, you're the historian.
Well,
Sorry.
after we recover the translation book
You're
from
not new.
Helena, maybe I can get my position at the university back as well. The ruins have always been important to her. I only hope I can preserve them for future generations. And imagine what we can learn about the past. Eventually, I hope it will be better this way. If we uncover even one artifact, the ruins will be protected forever. No tourists, no names carved in walls by hooligans, no trash tossed around. Just a bastion of history.
If there's one thing I love, it's a bastion of history.
Shall we call it the watercraft you arrived here in?
Are you dissing my boat?
I've drawn up some instructions for you on how to build a reed boat. They're commonly used around here. No need for
whatever that thing
is. You also find reed boats quite capable of coastal travel.
Ooh.
I can't imagine
Does that
your
mean we can get up to the glacier?
Is you'll need heavy reeds. They're wider and flatter than the usual sort.
I know a thing
Best
or two.
Wishes and
about wide and flats.
Sorry for accusing you of taking my translation book. I'm sure you understand.
I do understand that I just arrived hours after it was taken, and you accused me. That's fine. And thank you for the reed boat schematic. I can finally make one of these bad boys. Where do I find the heavy reeds for it, though? Where would I find such a thing? Oh, I have. 9 out of 10. They must be those cattails, then. Great. I can find 1 more of those, and 4 twine. We'll need to find some more roots. I did find more boards around the back, so let's make a canvas. Great. So, I'm looking for roots and cattails. I should probably boat my way back across, as we've stripped this island of its natural resources quite fully. However, it is 6:20 p.m. It's about to be nightfall in roughly an hour. I guess it's already starting, as the stars are twinkling away. We may as well take advantage of our room for the night and sleep here. And I will see you again shortly. We've just burst past the 2-hour mark, so I should probably go find some breakfast. But it has been an pleasure boating around on a makeshift craft and solving a small mystery with you all. Much love, and I will see you back here soon for hopefully more paintings and less investigation, but I wouldn't mind if there's 6 or 7 more murder mysteries. That'd be fine. In a rainy old manor house, what a lovely time. Thank you for your time. I will throw some moons at you in the chat as a small symbol of my affection. I'll see you very soon.